Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Robert Donaldson, and welcome back to another edition of Rob's Best Bets. And in this video, we are once again talking about college basketball conference tournament futures, and we are talking about one of my favorite all-time conferences in college basketball. That is the Missouri Valley Conference, and as a guy that grew up in the Midwest, over the years, I've absolutely loved going to games in this conference. I've loved watching Arch Madness and just loved watching the programs, whether it was, the Wichita State years or the Creighton years or the Loyola Chicago years. And, Drake, Northern Iowa, they obviously added Murray State, Belmont. This is just one of those conferences that I've always gravitated towards. And as you guys can see just from our record, from the start of March all the way through the end of the college basketball season, we've done really well just betting conference tournaments in general, straight bets, futures, the NCAA tournament, the NIT, you name it. And the Missouri Valley Conference has always been one that we've really produced in. And when you look at this bracket here, it's a 12-team bracket. It all takes place on a neutral floor in St. Louis, Missouri, hence the nickname Arch Madness. And it's also one of those gauntlet style of brackets where there's no rest days in between. It's just day after day after day, leading all the way to the Missouri Valley Conference championship game. And over the years, there has been parity, but we're going to go ahead and actually just lead into our quote-unquote viable teams to win the conference championship this season, because I do think there's actually a lot less parity with this field in particular. And what we're going to start off with is obviously going to be Drake at the 1 seed. I think they're extremely viable. Their number is extremely juiced and pretty much unbettable when you're talking about this format, but obviously I think that they have a really great chance to win the conference championship. And at the 2 seed, we'll go to Bradley. I think they're extremely viable as well. And then we're going to cap it off with Northern Iowa, and that's where my cut line is. I think there's 3 viable teams that can actually win the conference championship this season, and I say that because of coaching. I say that because of talent on the roster, and I say that because of performance this season as well. I think there's a clear dividing line between those 3 teams and the rest, and let's go ahead and jump into our first bet here in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament, and that is going to be the Northern Iowa Panthers. I absolutely love this team under Ben Jacobson. Obviously, he is a coach that has been there, done that, has won games in the NCAA tournament, and it's been a little bit since they've been back, but I think this squad, led by Titan Anderson, has all the makings of a team that, if they do get into the big dance, can really shake things up. And for those reasons, I say we go ahead and place 1.5 units on Northern Iowa, 5-1 your money. I got this over on MGM, and yeah, it just feels like a no-brainer. This is a very good team. They can go toe-to-toe with Drake. We saw that when that game went to overtime in Cedar Falls. And if they do end up drawing, say, a Bradley, that predestined matchup of a 2-3 on the bottom side of the bracket, I have no problem with them, being alive in that game. But that's going to take us to our second future bet, which is going to be the Bradley Braves. And Bradley is just one of those teams that, again, if they can make the NCAA tournament, they have the ability to shake things up. And it all starts with their guard spots, because they have a host of guards that are absolute playmakers, absolute jitterbugs. They're kind of in that Marquise Noel style of mold. If you don't know Duke Dean's name, now is the time to get to know it, because he might end up being the star of March. It would not surprise me one bit. And again, if they get matched up with Northern Iowa, I think we get a great game. We would have 2 futures in that game, and obviously that would be a semi-final matchup leading into the championship game, where I think whether it's Northern Iowa or Bradley, both of those teams are going to be well alive against Drake. And for those reasons, I say we go ahead and place 1.5 units also on Bradley. And this is going to be plus 340. I got it on DraftKings. I think it's a totally fair price. And I say we go ahead and make that our final future here in the Missouri Valley Conference. Again, love this conference. I'm so excited for Arch Madness. we are so close for this thing just kind of tipping off as well. And I have to shout you guys out for showing love on these videos. I didn't know how many videos of these conference tournaments I was actually going to make. Obviously, I kind of run low on time during the day when you have a day job and when you're also just kind of grinding through just the normal handicapping of slates as well. But you guys have shown likes on the like bar. You have dropped comments my way, whether it's in the YouTube comment section or on Twitter, especially in the DMs and just under, the actual posts of these videos. And I can't thank you guys enough. And I'm so excited to have a great March with you guys. It's a fantastic time of year. Really does feel like Christmas for you guys who, have been riding it out since November. And hey, a lot of season left even still. But with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.